Yeah, come in. Hey.
Hey, how's it going?
Good, how are you?
Josh Mann.
Hey, Sandy Johnson, nice to meet you.
What can I do for you today? Hopefully won't take too much of your time, but just want to talk to you a little bit about what Netsuite does and kind of what you guys are looking for.
Okay.
Bobby Taylor, actually, I ran into him at the UGA baseball game the other day.
Yeah, he told me you'd be coming in.
Yeah, he kind of mentioned to me that you guys were in the market for a new CRM system.
Mm-hmm.
Just kind of wanted to know if that's something you're interested in. To ask you a little bit more about your company and what you guys do.
Okay.
Mind if I pull up some of the information you gave me?
No, go ahead. Glad he remembered to get that to you. It's good.
Just log in here.
All right. You want to help shove some pretzels too?
Oh, thank you. I'm good. So yeah, first off, let me just talk a little bit about what we do.
Okay.
So NetSuite, is a cloud financial CRM, financial management system.
Okay.
We work with a broad range of clients. Starting from small startups to large international corporations, and fast-growing mid-sized companies like yourself. And we just wanted to see if you guys are in the market for this system.
Okay, great. Go ahead.
So let's start out with, he mentioned to me that your revenue was up 3.5% last year.
Yeah.
Yeah, congrats on that, by the way.
Thank you.
Tough. Can I ask a little bit about what your projections are for the next 5 years?
For next 5 years, so we just had our the start of our new fiscal year this past year. We projected about an average of 4% per annum growth over the next 3.5 years. So we usually reevaluate it every 3 years, but I would say probably over the next 5 years that'd be a good place to start with 4%.
Okay, 4% over 3.
Yeah.
And are you planning on expanding anywhere, or is that just?
Yeah, actually, we currently have 4 branches in Jacksonville, Duluth, Nashville, and Augusta. But we're thinking about opening a 5th branch probably in the next 4 or 5 years in Miami, actually.
Okay. Can I ask why Miami?
Well, we wanted to really expand to a bigger market city. Jacksonville is currently our fastest growing city. Duluth is our home base, but we really wanted to expand to a greater population city, hopefully to expand our business, as we're growing. So
yeah, hopefully that gets done. That's awesome.
Yeah, thanks.
So can I ask you a little bit about who in your company is using your current CRM system and what that entails and what their responsibilities are?
Yeah, definitely. So it's really used a lot by the branch managers and all this individual sales representatives that we have. Basically, they're responsible for inputting all the financial data, all the customer relations data that they have into our current system, and then all the sales employees at those locations are responsible for keeping track of those and making sure that they're up to date.
And how's that system currently working for you guys?
It's doing all right. I mean, we've been with them for a little while, and I think everyone's pretty used to it. But that's all right. But it's going all right. Can't really complain too much.
Okay. So going back to your projected growth for a minute, do you think that your current system could handle your projected growth, and especially expanding to a huge market like Miami?
I'm not sure. Maybe. I think that we haven't been growing as rapidly these past 3 years as we're hoping to do the next 3. But we're hopeful that the package can keep up.
Okay. So you said 4 different branches, possibly a 5th in the next couple of years. Have you noticed any difficulties in managing so many employees? I see here every branch has over 50 employees and 50 clients actually. So many different employees at these 4 different branches.
Yeah. It's tough. I mean, actually, at our bi-monthly meeting it was 2 weeks ago, the VP of Sales and some branch managers actually expressed concern for the first time, really, that it's been really tough with this. We've had a little problem because we have been growing so fast, and there's a lot of employees, a lot of different clients to manage, and so I wouldn't say it's any more than the normal amount of stress that a growing company can expect, but of course, we're going through the motions right now with that.
Okay. All right. So, this current system that you're using, over the last 4 years with this expansion, have you guys been required to pay for an upgrade?
Yeah, well, yes, it wasn't a functionality upgrade though. It was basically we were required to upgrade our system because the current system that we had in place wasn't fit to handle the size, the capacity that we were at. And but what I mean by that is once we reached 50 clients in every branch, we were forced to do an upgrade.
Okay.
Yeah.
Okay. Now, did they tell you about that upgrade that you're gonna have to pay for in the original contract, or was that?
It was not stipulated, no.
Okay.
It was something that when they installed and trained us, they had told us that it was a possibility that at some point, that's all they really said, was at some point we might need a capacity upgrade, but
Okay.
it wasn't priorly established.
Okay.
Yeah.
So have you guys, noticed any, problems with the allocation of, maintenance employees, at these different jobs that, your customers, they're not really getting the service that they need?
Uh-huh.
Do you think that, that your current system provides your employees with enough information to make sure
Yeah.
the customers are getting what they need?
I think that we've been really good at that in the past, but I think that I was actually talking to my Jacksonville branch manager about this the other day, that we've actually had some difficulty with job completion time down in Jacksonville, and like I told you earlier, it's our fastest growing branch, and job completion time has been actually inconsistent with our overall company standard that we've been trying to keep up. And as we've gotten more clients, it's actually that job completion time has decreased. Yeah.
And that's a significant amount of time. Is it
Yeah.
impacting business?
Yes. Yeah. Definitely something that has been impacting business. Okay.
Okay. So going back to that upgrade that you guys you had to pay for. How long did that upgrade take to implement into your business, getting up and running? So what was the cost, financially, and then if any other externalities were caused by that?
Well, first of all, it was an upgrade cost. It reminded me of when I was at the DirecTV and I wanted the Super Bowl Sunday package. Well, if you want the Sunday package, you got to pay for it, and it kind of felt like that a little bit. They had an upfront cost, but then the thing that that didn't really bother me as much as the fact that it took. We were actually out of business for a full week. We had to push everything back for
5 whole days.
5 whole days, yeah, for training.
That's crazy.
Yeah, it really hurt us. So it was 5 weeks of just training that we had to get for the
5 weeks or 5 days?
Or 5 days.
Yeah,
I'm sorry.
I'm sorry. You
Yeah.
scared me there for a second.
Yeah, 5 weeks probably wouldn't be sitting here being able to talk to you right
Exactly.
now. Yeah.
So you said earlier that your VP of sales and some of your branch managers actually expressed concern about the incongruity between these 4 locations. How has that influenced overall customer satisfaction here at DOG?
Yeah, we've actually overall, excuse me. Overall, I think we do a decent job with customer relationships, and we have a decent customer satisfaction. But having said that, I think the growth has we've grown a little out of our family-oriented business shoes, and I think that we've actually had an increase in customer dissatisfaction and complaints, and in particular with unfortunately some of the longer-term clients that we've had that have been with us when we've been able to kind of be that small business feel. And so yeah.
Okay. So how do you think this kind of shock or increase in your customer dissatisfaction, especially with those long-term clients, the ones that were there when you were just starting out? How do you think that's affected your current and future potential revenue?
Wow, yeah. I mean, it's definitely negatively affected. I think the best way to put it is that our maximizing revenue point is at once or twice a week service. And what we've seen is a lot of these clients that we've had for a while that have typically been in that 1 to 2 week service subscription with us have moved out of that to a once every 3 week service.
Okay.
Which obviously we're taking in less with that, which has definitely hurt us.
Yeah, I mean, the less work you do, the less revenue you're going to bring.
Exactly, and we definitely need to get back to having those having those customers use that service, that 1 to 2 week service. That's something we really need to work on.
Let's expand on that.
Okay.
So, if you let's say, you get one of these customers back,
Okay.
on average, how much lost revenue are you going to get back when they switch back to your once or twice a week services?
Well, say if we take our prices for if we're doing about once every 3 weeks, we're looking at about $1,000.
Oh.
And then if we're doing it every 1 to 2 weeks, that's $2,000. So we can get them back onto that. It's about $1,000 difference in revenue, I think, for one customer to come back per month on a monthly basis.
So that's a huge turnaround. That's a lot of money you're getting back.
Yeah, it's $1,000 just in getting that one customer back for that month.
Wow, per month. Okay.
Mm-hmm.
All right. So with the incongruencies between these branches, I imagine that there's some of your potential customers aren't addressed, in time. If these.
Well, I mean, I saw where you're going with that. Just, I think that we do a real good job, kind of keeping on top of who the new clients are. That's something we actually do pride ourselves in doing a really good job with here. Prospective clients and stuff like that. We've actually not really had any problems with that recently at all.
Yeah, I mean, I've no doubt that you guys are good at what you do. I mean,
Yeah.
4 branches growing in 3.5, 4 years. Yeah, I'm sure you guys know what you're doing.
Mm-hmm.
So do you feel like the time spent? You mentioned your bi-monthly meetings. Do you think the time spent at these meetings is used completely efficiently, or do you think there's a little bit of time wasted, or what? Just run me through what that's like.
You sure don't want any special about that?
Oh, okay.
All right. I think that I think we do a decent job with time efficiency, and the fact that what we do talk about is useful. We don't waste time.
Mm-hmm.
However, could that information be known ahead of time? I think maybe. I think we probably spend about the first 20 to 30 minutes of each meeting getting caught up on what each branch is doing to kind of get on the same page, because we really don't all know what everyone's doing and how we're looking as a whole until really after the first 20 minutes or so.
Okay, well, do you mind if I just come over there and show you how exactly our system works so I can everyone's getting on the same page?
No problem. Let me move the old wife picture.
The old ball and chain.
You didn't hear that from me.
Okay, pull it up. Okay, so basically, this is Netsuite. This is exactly what you get with our standard package.
Yeah.
What you're seeing is what you're getting. You got everything from activities.
I'm sorry. Could you make it a little brighter?
Oh yeah, no problem.
Thanks. Yeah, it makes a difference.
So yeah, like I was saying, you're getting activities, leads, opportunities, everything. All your financial reports. Accounts payable, accounts receivable. Basically everything and anything that you need to get your job done. And you guys are a customer relationship business. So here in your customers tab, basically what you would do is, any customer you have, let's say, the Pfizer building, 6-story office building needs to be cleaned 2 times per week. You enter that here, put it in.
Now right here I can say how much square feet and how much, all the details of the different buildings.
Oh, exactly. Yeah, everything to how many grains of sand are on the beach. I mean, it got everything you need.
Very detailed.
Yeah.
Okay.
So basically, you would enter something, in here, and it would pop up on anyone else's screen who's logged into this.
Yeah.
Yeah. So you guys are all looking at the same thing. Everyone's on the same page.
Okay. So, you said very detailed. I noticed it is very detailed. It looks great and all, but how long? I'm imagining training like this or something like this takes probably pretty long.
You would think that, but actually, so we have a 100% guaranteed 2-day training program.
Guaranteed.
Guaranteed. We come in, we implement the system, we get everyone comfortable with using it, and that process takes 2 days. And in addition to that, I'm on site for 5 days. So if there's any problems, any problems that come up, basically, I'm there to fix them. I'm there to help you. I can also be in Jacksonville. I can be in Duluth. just
Okay.
like that. If there's any problems that you guys have.
Now, so we have a problem 3-4 months down the road after we install and after training. You have a man on call?
Yep. Call me up. I'll be there.
Okay.
Help you get it worked out.
Okay. And what about any upgrades or anything like that? Like I know we had that previous problem.
No, this will, we want you to grow. We're growing. We
Mhm.
want you to grow with us. This is what you're going to get. This will be able to handle any growth that you guys have. You get that new branch in Miami opened up, no problem to implement it. You guys will all still be looking at the same stuff.
Mm-hmm. Gotcha.
Yeah.
Gotcha. Okay. All right. Yeah.
So you guys mentioned that you are growing. We're growing too. I hope Miami isn't the last stop that you guys. I hope you expand all over the East Coast, all over America. Maybe one day take it internationally. Who knows?
Yeah. We'll see.
Yeah. So compared to where we are, or where you guys are now, and where you want to go, and all the stuff we've gone over today, do you think Netsuite would be something you'd be interested in?
Yeah, definitely it'd be interesting. The thing that's tough though is we have a contract with our current provider, and I'm going to allude back to the same analogy with DirecTV. If you want to switch to Dish, you got to pay a cancellation fee with DirecTV, right? So that cancellation fee for us is going to be pretty hefty right now. And I don't know if what you guys can do about that, but that's something that I would have to really think about because that is a hefty expense.
Okay. All right. Well, what about this? NetSuite usually doesn't do anything like this. But what if I can take care of that fee for you, and just waive it off? You have nothing to worry about. Do we have a deal?
You take care of that fee for me right now? Today?
Okay.
I think that's something we can work out.
Awesome.
Great. Thanks, Skinner.